Oh, yes. You know what, Teddy? I actually disagree with you. I think that life's early chapters write the story of our tomorrow. Oh, of course. Teddy here was just telling me a little story about a friend he knows. His name is Rowan Atkinson. Well, Mr. Bean. Teddy has told me to show you one of Mr. Bean's mimes called Tea Preparing. Now, I'm certain we all know who Mr. Bean is. The character everybody loves. The man that's made up most of our childhood. What some of you may not know is who he actually is. His true identity, his real name, his career and lifestyle. Behind all the work of his film performances and comedies. Wouldn't you like to know more about who he is and how he has climbed his way to the top, reaching success? I suppose you could just Google him, but that won't be necessary because I'm here to tell you everything you'll need to know about the world-famous, award-winning actor, Rowan Atkinson. Rowan for the Emirati. Mr. Rowan Atkinson appeared as Mr. Bean in a commercial for the Emirati-based telecommunications company Etisalat in February 2019. Besides acting as this character, Atkinson also voiced the commercial in the ad. Atkinson plays a variety of characters, including a Scottish warrior, a gentleman, and a lady from the Victorian era, a football player, a jungle man, a man revving a chainsaw, a racing car driver, and a masked vigilante. He really is a man of infinite variety. Rowan was born on the 6th of January, 1955, age 69, in Cosset County, Durham, England. Rowan grew up on his parents' farm. He was quite the quintessential nerd. He was quite shy, bashful, and obsessed with all things electrical. As an infant, Rowan attended Durham Chorister Preparatory School and then continued on to St. Bees. Rowan was thriving academically and he developed a love for science. he sooner than later realized he was destined to achieve more. You must be thinking, how did Rowan end up in the acting industry being an electrical engineer? Well, the answer to your question is simple. Although Rowan had an interest in electrical engineering, he also had an interest in acting. He loved everything about it. Now, I will read for you a short prose from his book titled Mr. Bean's Pocket Diary. Monday, January 3rd. Woke up at 10:15 a.m.-ish, had a bit of a lie-in, as it's a new year and all that. Got out of bed, put on my dressing gown, and went downstairs to make some toast. Burnt toast. Went back upstairs to get dressed, put on my socks, inside out. Went back downstairs to make more toast, burnt that as well. Gave up on the toast and had a bit of a sulk instead. Later, went to the park and had a nice time throwing some sticks for a dog that wasn't even mine. Felt a bit guilty about that. Came home and had a nap. That was my exciting day, really. Rowan was uncertain, unsure if he would ever make it in the acting industry because he had a speech impediment, a stutter. Unfortunately, Rowan saw this as nothing but a setback in his life, and he wasn't the only one who felt this way. He really just couldn't see past it. This stopped him from expressing himself to his full potential. Rowan was hopeless, so instead of pursuing a career in acting, he chose to pursue electricals. It was the one thing he did to the best of his abilities, and he was truly unstoppable. Now, Rowan did accomplish success in this part of his career, leaving him hungry for more. This motivation quickly led him to realize that he was better than his speech impediment and that it did not define him. Rowan learned to overcome the situation and found himself devoted to acting. Doesn't that make you wonder about your life? I mean, it's quite queer how our early life can impact our daily lives now. Formative years form our futures. The seeds of the past bloom our future. So remember, life's early chapters write the stories of our tomorrow. So I believe that that line specifically relates to Rowan Atkinson, showing how his early life has impacted his life now positively. He grew up with a stutter, and he grew up on a farm. He wasn't really exposed much to the world. So the fact that he was able to overcome those things makes him quite inspirational.
It does, yes. And
so I chose that article from Wikipedia because it specifies on all the different things, all the different characters that he plays. And I believe that if you put your mind to it, you can accomplish so many things, not just one, but a variety of things. I like the fact about the way he uses his mime to express himself in ways that people can't really communicate effectively with each other. So the fact that he's able to perform that skill is quite inspirational. In one of Mr. Bean's episodes, he is digging around in a closet and he comes across some old jackets and some older jewelry and hats. So when I was picking my costume, I wanted to sort of replicate that.
Yes.
So as I said earlier, it's all about the way Rowan was able to express himself. So when I was looking back at the clip of the mime when he was drinking the tea or preparing the tea, I thought that really resonated well with his character, because in Mr. Bean, it's comedy, and as well as it being comedy, it's also a translation to other people with the eyes.
Thank you.
Thank you.